Good morning, Cardano Army. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful day today. Hope you guys are enjoying it with your friends, family. Don't worry about crypto today, guys. Enjoy your family and be thankful that you still breathe. Yes, every day you breathe is a beautiful day. But we're here to talk about Cardano today, guys. Not too much crazy going on in the ecosystem today. 98 cents here, down about 3.1%. Not too worried, guys. In my last video, we talked about, some tips for long-term investing, and one of Warren Buffett's tips was to buy when things are going down. So that is definitely a good thing here. So take a little profits, guys. Buy the dip. Keep stacking, keep staking, keep chilling. You guys know the mantra. Let's go ahead and move on here to the news. So Cardano founder. It is my belief that Bitcoin will go to 250 to 500K within 12 to 24 months. Absolutely crazy. I know I've shown this again, but I know I've shown this before, but again, it's just so beautiful. I can't stop listening to it.
As good as Ethereum can be, and Solana can be, and Cardano can be, let's be intellectually honest about this. Governments are talking about a strategic reserve of Bitcoin and Bitcoin alone. It's their entry point. And perhaps in 5 or 10 and 15 years, that dialogue and narrative will change. But it is my belief that Bitcoin is going to go to $250,000 to $500,000 within the next 12 to 24 months because of the investment inflows and the great interest that has been achieved. This will translate to an ecosystem whose value is starting to approach that of gold, an asset humans have used as a store of value for over 5,000 years. Simply put, Bitcoin is the store of value for the internet, and it will remain in that role for the foreseeable future now that it has a DeFi layer.
I mean, absolutely insane. And we're going to talk about Bitcoin OS here in a sec. But I mean, if Bitcoin gets to the market cap of gold, guys, I mean, if you're buying ADA now, guys, I just don't think that we really truly understand what is happening here. I don't think people truly understand what is occurring. I said in my last video, there are three types of people: people who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who ask what happened. If you are in those last two, oh man, I just think that the wealth disparity is gonna get so crazy due to all the money printing that's going on, due to all the new capital, that crypto is, it used to be crypto would be like the only way out. Once it's legitimized, I think crypto is going to be co-opted by the new rich, and crypto is going to be to the point where normal people are going to be left behind. That's my fear here. A couple more cycles, couple more times normal people are ignoring it. Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million, Cardano's going to be at $30, and it's going to be like, what are we doing here? Normal people are going to kind of get pushed out to the margins, and crypto's going to kind of be like a a good old boys club. And I'm cool with that. Hey, I want to be a part of it. That's cool, but I just don't think people really understand what's going to come, especially now that crypto has been legitimized. And yeah. So let's go ahead and move on, guys. Let's talk about DeFi on Cardano. So this is the Bitcoin OS founder here. He's going to talk about what is Bitcoin OS, how can it work for Cardano, and some Cardano projects. Let's take a listen, guys. And after this, I love y'all. I'm outie. I'm going to eat some delicious lasagna and some delicious garlic knots. Yeah, I don't really like turkey for Thanksgiving, but hope you guys have amazing food. Love your friends, love your family. They're not going to be here forever. I love y'all. Keep chopping wood. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
Of what Bitcoin OS is, I've seen it referenced as a bridge. I think from my understanding, it's a lot more than just a simple bridge bringing assets from one chain to another.
Yeah, so the name kind of does explain it, right? Bitcoin OS, Bitcoin operating system. And the idea is that we now have the ability to take any kind of compute, and that could mean computing many, many thousands of transactions and sort of compiling them down into a ZK proof and writing them to Bitcoin so that you get scalability. Or it could be taking like sophisticated compute, DeFi, or I don't know, anything, AI, right? Folding that down into a ZK proof, writing that to Bitcoin, and then allowing Bitcoin to execute transactions on the basis of that compute. And so what that does is it turns Bitcoin into a programmable ledger where any kind of computation can be utilized on Bitcoin. And there's a whole bunch of things that you can build with this. You can potentially integrate privacy. So, there's one of the projects that is being built in the Cardano ecosystem is Midnight, right? If we can integrate Midnight into Bitcoin, you can get privacy for Bitcoin transactions. We can do programmable tokens on Bitcoin. So you could have real world assets on Bitcoin, or you could have meme coins on Bitcoin, or you could have Bitcoin-backed stablecoins on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin can become like a global ledger, a global settlement system. And you can have trustless bridging, because you can sort of give Bitcoin eyes and ears, eyes and a brain to what is happening in a different chain. For example, Cardano. And if it can see what is happening, and what do I mean by see? It means like it can receive provable data from that chain. It can execute transactions on Bitcoin on the basis of a smart contract that was written on Cardano. So what is like an operating system? Ultimately, what an operating system is it's a thing that allows an application to talk to the CPU. And in the case of Bitcoin, the CPU is sort of like the Bitcoin proof of work. And it also allows these different applications to talk to each other. So it creates a single system. So on your phone, like iOS is your operating system. Uber talks to the phone through iOS, but also it talks to Google Maps. And that's why you can see Google Maps inside of Uber, because they both become seamlessly interoperable. And so when we talk about unifying sort of Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto ecosystem, it's through that interoperability that the operating system provides. And sort of when people hear that's sort of like the part that they think is a bridge. And in a way, it does provide sort of some of the same functions as bridging, but there's no trusted third party, and the scope of the project overall is much broader than that.
Okay, so I suppose to try and give simple examples for people, I have Bitcoin and I want to, can I take out a loan against that? Can I use that as collateral, say within the Cardano ecosystem? Can things like that be done? And to me, the UI UX is going to be so important on things like this. How simple can that process be?
Yeah, so probably the absolute most simple way this can happen, and the way it will likely happen initially, is you'll have a lending platform on Cardano, and someone can come with their Bitcoin and they can shoot their Bitcoin over to Cardano, have a token representing the BTC on Cardano. And when this happens, basically a smart contract on Bitcoin locks up the Bitcoin, shoots over the proof to Cardano. You put your Bitcoin into a smart contract and you borrow against it. And when you pay back that loan, you get back your Bitcoin. And now you can have a proof. You basically sort of destroy that token on Cardano and prove that you've done that. And then you hand that proof over to Bitcoin and you get back your Bitcoin. So that's the simplest way it can work. But you can have more sophisticated ways which might have better UX ultimately, where you actually have the lending contract on Cardano, but the BTC sort of gets locked up on Bitcoin in the same way, but there's sort of no new token issued on Cardano, and the stable coin that you're borrowing is also issued programmatically, or comes out of a vault programmatically, based on instructions it receives from Cardano on Bitcoin. And so all of the actual transactional activity and the user's interface is actually on Bitcoin, but the brain is sitting on Cardano.
Okay, yeah, I think that for me, that's where we need to get to, because we need to make it as simple as possible. You can have the best tech in the world, but if you make it complex for people to use, it's just not going to